If you're a doctor, surgeon, or medical professional, the navigating 2025 immigration visas to the US just became more stricter and more difficult. The main difficulties are the visa caps, higher fees, and higher scrutiny to adjudicate those petitions. Stay with me till the end to know all the answers to the urgent questions that you have, and also to learn about a free evaluation of your case, to know your strengths, weaknesses, and which visas are the best for you. Let's go! Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today, we're going to be talking about the visas that are the best for medical professions. But before that, let me give you a quick reality check for what's been happening in 2025 with visas for medical professionals. First of all, we see significantly higher scrutiny for all type of visas, which translates in more RFEs, requests for evidence, and NOIDs, notice of intent to deny, which means that all the visas that traditionally used by medical professionals are becoming harder to get. Also, the visa cap. So we know that traditional categories for medical professionals, EB2 and EB3, they have so-called backlog on availability of the green cards, which means that after the approval of those petitions, you have to wait for a certain period of time to get the immigration process going. Also, H-1B visa right now is kind of dead for all type of applicants, including the medical professionals. I know that some of you are the no cap exempt part. However, the higher fees and the future reform is kind of making you bet on a dead horse if you want to get the H-1B visa. And also we have the consular interview changes, a lot more administrative holds and more scrutiny for your petitions, your employers, the checks of the employer in the US, the audits and things like that. And also Department of Labor does not help making the project firewall, also auditing the employers, and of course they say to avoid fraud, but that also affects the real petitions. Your petitions. Yes, American Medical Association is trying to push back on those policies and trying to give some hints and paperwork to the government about the need for medical professionals. However, the government is kind of not responsive to those things. All they're trying to do is to protect the American employees, and I think these are the wrong tools to achieve this goal. Now, let's talk about the best alternatives to EB2, EB3 labor certification and H-1B visa. And also sometimes you guys use J-1. I know that type of visa exists, but there are better options for you to come to the US and start working quickly or even get a green card. So option number one, the fastest possible way for you guys to get to the US and start working kind of without the restrictions, as long as your work is not licensed, or if you have licensed and you have zero restrictions. And that visa is the drums. There was the drums if you didn't get it, and that's O-1 visa, guys. So some of you are like, my God, Stanislav, why O-1 visa? This is a talent visa. I'm a doctor, or I'm a researcher, a medical professional and expert, and what do I have to do with the talent visa? Hold your horses, guys, because there's a huge misconception of who can use the O-1 visa. And you think that you have to be top 1% of the field with the Oscar, with the Nobel Prize, with from Andromeda Galaxy. I don't know what you guys think. You don't think you're a talented person, but let me tell you, and I hope you trust my judgment and my professionalism. I've been in this industry for more than 10 years, and this is my main focus, the talent visas, where O-1 is one of them. You gotta be a good professional in the field. That's the base requirement for this visa in my book. And your talent is measured by criteria, we need to prove 3 criteria out of the 8, and you also must have an employer. By the way, you can become an employer to yourself, and there is the way to do this. So many of you don't really know and are not aware that you already have 3-4 criteria, and you just don't know about that because you never thought about O-1 visa or EB1-A visa, the next step after O-1. And usually you have the critical roles because you work in clinics and hospitals and research labs and things like that. You have judging the work of other professionals just by giving your professional second opinion to diagnostics of other professionals. Also, you may have some academic work. Also, you may have a better pay than others. Also, you may be a part of some associations. So that's right off the bat, 5 criteria, guys, okay? Many of you have at least 2, 3, sometimes 4, some of you 5. Maybe you go to conferences and you get the publication of your paper. That's an alternative award. So do not tell me that you're not talented, okay? You can know if you're talented only if a professional assesses your case. And by the way, let me give you this option right away because some of you may become like itchy and like, let me know, I want to know. So I have a free evaluation for you. How to get it? Go down below this video and fill out the free evaluation form. It's really quick, not more than 10 minutes, but within 2 days, I will get back to you and give you the free analysis of where you stand with not only O-1 visa, but all others that I'm going to tell you about today. So do the free evaluation right now to know if you have potential, and you will know about that within 2 days. O-1 visa is given for 3 years. You can bring your family, your spouse, and your kids, and you can extend it indefinitely. And more importantly, this is a good foundation for you to jump to the next level of EB1-A or EB2 NIW National Interest Waiver. Now, if you start working on your O-1 visa today, and I'm talking about myself, my team, and my processes, first of all, we can add through our resources 2, 3, 4 criteria to your current criteria. We can take care of the press, we can take care of the publications, the judging engagement, sometimes association, sometimes contribution in the industry. So we can help you to build up your case even better than it is. So it will take 8 months from today for you to come to the US and start working. 6 months for the petition, 2 months for the embassy. So let's say you're watching this video in December of 2025. So if you start working in January of 2026 on your petition, in August of 2026, you will be coming to the US with your family. And by the way, in August, the school year starts, so your kids can go to US public school for free. And by the way, guys, if I pick up your O-1 case, that means I will give you 99% chance of approval of your petition because we really know how to do that. We've done hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds O-1 cases for my 10 years of experience in this field, and we'll really achieve the art of getting approvals in these type of petitions. Option number 2, EB2 NIW, National Interest Waiver. And what's the difference between EB2 labor certification and EB2 National Interest Waiver is that with NIW, you do not have to have the PERM process in your petition, and you do not have to have an employer. Yes, you must have so-called endeavor, what you're going to do in the US, what brings the national importance to the US government. That's true. But this is a lot easier for you guys, medical professionals. So what kind of endeavor, I also call it a project, you guys want to do for the US government, or at least offer what you're gonna do? So for doctors, it's pretty easy. Either you continue your research, your academic work, or you teach other US medical professionals of your techniques, of the innovations, of your algorithms, of your new ways of treatment, and things like that, okay? So those are the 2 main directions. Of course, some of you from the pharmacy industry, you guys may be in compliance, and there could be more. There could be more to that. But those 2 are the main ones, and we've been successful with this type of petitions many times for healthcare professionals to get approved. EB2 will take a little bit longer, 2.5 years from the beginning up to the green card, because this is a green card for you and your family. This is sometimes the best solution for you to proceed. And last but not least, EB1-A. This is the older sister of O-1. We also have 10 criteria, out of which 8 we can use for medical professionals, and that one gives you the green card and no restrictions on the backlog, meaning that once we get you approved within 6 months of starting working on your case, your immigration process starts immediately, and the whole thing is going to take in 1 year and maybe 3 to 6 months. So a year and a half to make it easy to understand and remember. So we need to prove 3 criteria out of those 8. And of course, the scrutiny is higher than for O1 visa, which is kind of easy year visa to get approval. But guys, let me tell you, for my career, I've got maybe 50 cases of doctors approved for EB1-A for the green card and 0 denials in that specific industry. Okay, if I'm giving you on average 90% chance of approval for EB2 NIW and EB1-A, for certain professions like doctors and medical professionals, we have 0 denials, okay? Because your cases are really strong. And if you guys have 7 to plus years of experience, that's how you can determine if you will have enough criteria right off the bat to begin EB1-A journey. Again, if you want to know whether you fit within the criteria of EB2 NIW or EB1-A, do the free evaluation. That link is below this video. Click on it, fill out the questionnaire, send it to me. Same thing, 2 days, I will get back to you to make sure that you know all possible options for you and whether we can get you a green card within short period of time. Now, you guys want to ask me, Stanislav, what if I have enough criteria for EB1-A, but I really want to come to the US really fast because I have work, I have a project, I have to research, whatever, maybe startup. Then guys, O1 is the best option for you. So the way we approach that is we basically prepare your EB1-A case. But because EB1-A case has O1 in it, okay, we first file for O1, get you in the US really quick, like I told you, 8 months or 6 months if you change the status from, let's say, tourist status or F1, a student or whatever that is, J1. And then kind of when you are in the US, we tweak and tune your EB1-A and refile it basically to get your green card going. So with that move, we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So we get you in the US quickly, and we still gonna get you the green card pretty fast. Okay? So how SBL, my company, can help you? First of all, free evaluation is the way to go, because that's the process for you and me to know if you have the case and I can take it. Because I don't take the cases that I don't see that I can get an approval. Number 2, prepare all the documents from the list of documents that I'm going to give you after the complex immigration planning. And complex immigration planning is the second step after the free evaluation. And that second step ends with the written winning strategy for your case that then becomes the cornerstone with work with my team, my processes, and our resources, okay? So your move to the US is easy as 1, 2, 3, free evaluation. The link is below. Do it now, do not postpone it. Number 2, complex immigration planning. And number 3, complete case filing when you work with my team for the next 6 months. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions below in the comment section. Ask me anything you want, I will get back to you as soon as possible. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel. I release 2 videos on important topics every week, so do not miss them by pressing the bell button. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.